His Excellency, the Governor of Odisha, Professor Ganesh Rajji, Honorable Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, Shri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Union Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gases, Government of India, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Higher Education, Government of Odisha, Dr. Arun Kumar Sahuji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Amit Banerjee, Registrar, members of the Board of Management, members of the faculties, officers and staff of the university, distinguished invitees, dear students, representative of electronic and print media. I am delighted to preside over the 60th convocation ceremony of the Shiksha Anusandhan deemed to be university, which is being held today. Convocation is a very important event in the calendar of the university, which is full of competition and challenges. I congratulated Dr. Devi Prasad Duari, Director of MP Birla Planetarium, Kolkata, for receiving Doctor of Science, for his eminence in science and education. Over 23 years down the line, since the Shiksha Anusandhan was established as a trust in 1996, today it has emerged as one of the higher education edifices of Eastern India, with 9 institutions under Shiksha Anusandhan deemed to be university, and more than 10,000 students, including many from abroad, pursuing various courses offered by the university. This university now ranked higher in education and research at national and international level according to the assessment made by various government and private organizations. The details have been given by the Vice Chancellor in his report. India has greater access to opportunities. We have to face the challenges that require immediate attention. A study by National Council of Applied Economics Research, New Delhi, which is a non-profit think tank of economists, notes that 75% business globally expect the process of automation and technological upgrading that may require workers to develop and learn new skills in order to meet the evolving demands asked of them by the employers. Thus, our technical education must be reoriented to meet these challenges. India's economic progress and transformation into developed country are intrinsically linked to our education and skill development. The educational system needs to ensure that people get vital skills and knowledge that can support the transition to greener industries and find new solutions for their environmental problems. Most experts have proven on innumerable occasions that there is no desirable level of learning and knowledge depth in our students. These days, studying is a process of cramming. Rote learning still plagues our system. Most of them tend to forget everything once the examination is over. Year after year, the same cycle continues. The best crammers are often rewarded by the system. This is not my view, it is also our new educational policy committee have recognized it, and many other committees have recognized at various levels. I'm not talking the higher level, various levels. This is one of the fundamental flaws of our education. It is now recognized by people and the academic institutions, for which the government is taking several corrective steps to overcome them. However, this is a long way to go. We have initiated a process of reforming our existing educational system and to introduce a new system. The goal of our new system should be to create entrepreneurs, innovators, artists, scientists, thinkers, and writers who can build the foundation of knowledge and skill. The new educational policy, which is in the process of finalization by the Government of India, emphasizes on research, particularly in the universities. Also, the proposal of establishing an autonomous national research foundation in the country is a welcome step. India has to become a highly innovative society. A greater attention has to be given to research and development. We currently invest only 6.9% of GDP on research against 3 or 4% of GDP in other countries like China, Japan, Israel, and South Korea. Isn't it so less for India? By understanding and anticipating the direction of the future needs of employers, opportunities must be created for people who may not normally have a chance but are eager and able to develop the skills they need to succeed in the jobs that can help propel them forward. Government and private organizations must work together to ensure that education and training should align with the skills needed for growing industries and development. In addition to teaching, the faculty must devote time to conduct relevant research. This will improve the intellectual stature of the university and make the powerhouse of knowledge. They can potentially be think tank of national policy development. Our country is facing great challenges like global warming, ocean acidification, loss of biodiversity, urban migration, increasing demand for energy, and shortage of drinking water, polluted air, lack of safe disposal mechanism, fuel efficient transportation, and many others. Universities should equip with multidisciplinary knowledge and interdisciplinary skills to study these problems and look for a solution to meet these challenges. Well, now I congratulate the Vice Chancellor and his team of academic leaders and the entire staff of the university for their trying to achieve excellence by providing quality education and research. Also, I wish to congratulate the students for their accomplishment. The world is full of opportunities. You must seize them. Swami Vivekananda once said, "Awake, arise, and stop not till your goal is reached." My honest appeal and advice to you, dear students, is that you dream big and set your goal high. You must develop the ability to distinguish between good and bad and to follow the path of good. I believe in each of you, and also I'm confident that you will do well in your career. I wish you to sincerely follow the following. Watch your thoughts before they become words. Watch your words before they become your actions. Watch your action before they become your habits. Watch your habits before they become your character. Watch your character before it becomes your destiny. I once again extend my congratulations and special appreciation to those students who have received their degrees, awards, medals, and distinctions. The years you spent with us in our campuses will always remain special for us. Now you have the enormous responsibility as alumni of this university to play the role of SOA brand ambassadors. No matter what may be the student's qualification, it is the inherent human qualities in them which will actually make difference in making them stand in the crowd of successful people in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your patient hearing. My best wishes to you all. Thank you. Jai Hind.